Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Gervier Dinza. This, of course, is Atlanta News First Plus on this Friday. Absolutely gorgeous outside today, and of course it is headed toward Easter weekend on this Good Friday. Unfortunately, it's just one of those mornings that the news this morning was just terrible, and it's that news that unfortunately we've become accustomed to. We had another mass shooting, this time down in Florida. Matter of fact, 2 people are dead and 6 are injured following this shooting at a college campus. There were 45 10th grade students and 5 chaperones from Atlanta. They were from Atlanta's Drew Charter School. They were on campus for a tour. When that shooting started, we want you to listen to this because this is what happened while they were there.
I was almost frozen with fear, but something came over me and I just knew I had to run. The interesting thing about it was that if we had left on time, we were like 4 minutes late. If we had left on time, we would have been right there at the shooting. And just knowing that is like the scariest thing.
Those Atlanta students say they had to shelter in place for 3 hours, and they relied on college students for information. CBS News correspondent Jared Hill now has more on what authorities are sharing about what happened down in Florida.
Horror on the campus of Florida State University.
Oh my gosh.
Students scrambled for safety as a man opened fire Thursday. Holt Mendez says he ran once he saw the shooter.
As soon as I thought I was in a somewhat safer position, i.e. out of the immediate sight of the gunman, I said, okay, need to start getting people call 911.
Officers swarmed the campus as some students hid in classrooms. 2 people were killed, neither students. 6 others taken to the hospital, including the suspected gunman. Authorities identified him as 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, an FSU student and the stepson of a Leon County Sheriff's deputy.
Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
These things are terrible.
President Trump offered condolences. This latest school shooting has reignited conversations about gun safety. The Florida legislature is coincidentally considering removing laws enacted after the 2018 Parkland High School shooting. At FSU, the campus is turning to healing, a free meal, and a growing memorial.
It's little things like this that, kind of help distract us a little bit.
Marking a day many will never forget. Jared Hill, CBS News.
When we heard about that shooting, I think for a lot of us here in Georgia, it brought back just a flashback to what happened in last September in Barrow County at Apalachee High School. And that's been in the news again this week because the father of the suspected Apalachee High School shooter had a hearing yesterday where he wanted to change a venue, and we can now tell you that there has been a decision made in that case. His trial will not happen in Barrow County. He got that change of venue because prosecutors and defense attorneys agreed that Colin Gray could not get a fair trial in Barrow County because of all the publicity surrounding that case. A judge did grant that change of venue on Thursday. According to deputies, Colin Gray gave his 14-year-old son, Colt, the rifle that was allegedly used in the shooting that left 2 students and 2 teachers dead and 9 others injured in Barrow County. Exactly where Colin Gray's trial is going to take place, that hasn't been decided yet. And his son, Colt Gray, by the way, is also asking for a change of venue. And at this point, we don't know yet where that will be or whether that change of venue will be granted. One of the other stories we're watching for you this morning, the Paulding County Sheriff's deputy who was shot during a welfare check. We can tell you that he is finally back home this morning. There he is. Gosh, he looks like a youngster, doesn't he? But he is 24 years old. That is Bryce Maddock. He was released from the hospital Thursday, several hours after he was shot that morning. We first brought that story to you as breaking news on Atlanta News First on our morning show. The sheriff's office says Maddock was shot by a man in a bedroom of a home on Hemlock Drive. Deputies had gone to that home for a welfare check. They say they went in. The man would not come out of that bedroom. They say that man fired at them. Deputies shot back. They killed the suspect after that suspect allegedly shot Maddock. But again, Maddock is out of the hospital and home, so that is good news to report. This morning, we can tell you that, most of us go for regular eye exams. Hopefully you do anyway. I know I can tell you I do. I wear these contact lenses. I got to wear glasses for a number of different things. But this one Metro woman went in for an eye exam because she had blurry vision. And she was shocked by the diagnosis. Atlanta News First reporter Adam Murphy's talked with her about discovering, after that simple eye exam, that she has multiple sclerosis. Take a listen to this story.
Does one eye feel like it's more red, or is the color different between the two eyes?
Andrea Medford knows the importance of getting a
After this,
routine
I've got
eye
Good
exam
Friday
as well as anybody.
I'm just going to go in and patch one eye.
And in June of last year, it became even clearer.
I, was in shock.
She woke up with blurry vision in one eye and contacted Briggs Vision Group in Dunwoody to schedule a checkup. That decision may have saved her vision.
She then came back in the room, handed me a piece of paper, and said, I need you to go to the emergency room.
As you can see where she was missing a lot of her whole vision here, and then it was depressed everywhere else.
Dr. Rebecca Briggs Garnier conducted a series of vision tests, including the red cap exam, before offering a diagnosis of optic neuritis, which occurs when swelling damages the optic nerve.
Her good eye saw the red perfectly, and the bad eye was very muted, looked more of like a burgundy grayish color. So we knew at that point it was optic neuritis.
That's when Medford was told to go to the emergency room, and what happened next, no one could see coming.
I get to my hospital room. An emergency department doctor came into my room once I was in there and said that, we need to talk about paperwork and your MS diagnosis.
Medford was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and spent a week in the hospital before her vision returned. Briggs Vision Group stressed the importance of an eye exam, which can identify more than 200 diseases.
So I think a lot of patients assume that if they have 20/20 vision, they're perfectly healthy and they have no other health conditions. But really the importance of getting checked, because there's so many other diseases that we can diagnose.
If it wasn't for her, I would not know I have MS.
Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.
Isn't that wild? I mean, just going in for a simple eye exam, and that's what she finds out. But real important to pay attention to your body, pay attention to your health, get those regular exams, okay? It is Good Friday. We can tell you that. Isn't that great? For Christians around the world, of course, this is a very special day. They're going to be around the world celebrating and having church services to reflect the day that Jesus was crucified. Of course, all of it leading up to Easter Sunday, which will mark the resurrection of Jesus. And a lot of Christians will be fasting and avoiding eating meat to observe this Good Friday. And on this Good Friday, it's beautiful here for us. I mean, absolutely spectacular. And my friend Rodney Harris is here with more on what we can expect for the weekend.
It is amazing. We have an amazing holiday weekend to come across North Georgia. So we hope that everybody can get out there and enjoy it. What you're taking a live look at now is Midtown Atlanta, which is mostly sunny, and that's going to be the story basically for us for the rest of the day today. There is your forecast on the right-hand side of your screen. I'm about to show you. There we go. Hey, everybody. A lot of sunshine throughout the course of your day today. At lunch, we're at 73 degrees. At 3 o'clock, 82 degrees. And at 6 o'clock, 85 degrees. So yesterday's high was 78. So it will be warmer this afternoon compared to what we saw today. And if you're headed out to dinner later on this evening around 9 o'clock, we're down to 76 degrees. So that's your forecast for today. Want to give you a closer look at Easter Sunday. I know that's important for you. It'll be a warm day. You're going to notice more clouds out there for Easter, but no rain. So Easter morning, Sunday morning as you get to church, 65. If you're headed out to brunch on Easter around lunchtime, 1 o'clock, 75, and 84 degrees at 5 o'clock on Sunday evening. So again, Easter will turn out to be a great day overall. Now, we do have some changes in your forecast next week. We have a cold front that's going to slide into North Georgia on Monday, and this time of year, these cold fronts kind of stick around, so that it's not really going to move through North Georgia. Instead, it'll wash out over the region, and because of that cold front and the fact that it'll be nearby, it's going to give us at least a daily chance of rain next week. Next week, we're going to slide into a weather pattern that will include warm, humid air and at least a slight chance of rain every day. So very summer-like pattern. You don't have to worry about that rain through the Easter weekend, though. Again, it'll be dry today, tomorrow, and Sunday. But Monday, we have a 40% chance of showers and storms in your forecast. It's mainly Monday evening. The first half of Monday should be dry. The second half, we are forecasting showers and storms, especially Monday night. And then that'll carry over into Tuesday. So I'm forecasting scattered showers and storms throughout the day on Tuesday as that front is still around. That front's kind of going to wash out of the atmosphere. So after Tuesday, again, I'm going to keep at least a slight chance of rain in your forecast, but that's just because it'll be warm and humid. The focus is Monday and Tuesday because at least we'll have that front around that'll help enhance the rain chances just a little bit. In terms of severe weather, I'm not really forecasting any organized severe weather. That doesn't mean it won't happen, but at this point for Monday night and Tuesday, I'm just forecasting some rain and lightning. As we get closer to Monday, we'll be able to fine-tune that forecast for you, let you know the exact timing and exactly what you can expect in terms of your threats. But until we get to Monday, just enjoy this incredible holiday weekend. Again, it's going to be warm, nearly 90 degrees, near record heat on Saturday, so enjoy it. We'll talk more about your forecast on Atlanta News First at noon. That is with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobasi. You can always find this forecast in your First Alert weather app. And until next time, everybody, we'll see you soon.